With threats to our nation waiting around every corner, adaptability is more important than ever. When conditions change without notice, quick strategic thinking is crucial. And with obstacles consistently impending, determination is essential in overcoming them. It's this willingness, decisiveness, and resilience that sets Marines apart. With our fighting spirit, we don't just fight battles, we win them. Marines are the constant our nation counts on to fight the unknown. And through adaptable problem solving, we do just that. Learn more at marines.com.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
This is Back on Track from Anything But Footy.
I'm Michael.
I'm John. 10 British archers have been named by Team GB and Para GB for the Olympic and Paralympic Games this summer.
Targeting gold on the range and podium in Tokyo will be Naomi Folkard,
Jess Stretton,
Patrick Huston,
John Stubbs,
Sarah Bettles,
Nathan McQueen,
Tom Hall,
Hazel Chaisty,
Brian E. Pittman,
and James Woodgate.
Naomi Folkard will be making her 5th appearance at the Olympic Games. She's won medals at the last 2 World Championships, as well as World Cups, World Games, Commonwealth Games, and European Games. I caught up with her after the team was announced. And Naomi, this is another selection for you. Is it still as exciting on the day to be officially confirmed?
I probably wouldn't say exciting. It feels normal and homely, and I'm kind of used to being here. But yeah, I am really excited to go to Tokyo, and hopefully my aspirations of winning a medal will come true.
And you've had, obviously, like all of us, a 12-month delay to this. How has the year been?
It's been really weird, I guess, as it has for everybody. I had an injury last summer, so I spent most of that lockdown period getting my arm, shoulder moving again and getting stronger again after that.
And so for you then, the delay may prove to be a slight blessing?
Yes, I would say so. I would really doubt I'd have been able to make it and compete at a good level last summer.
So tell us what you're going to be competing in this summer, because we have obviously individual events in men and women. We have a team event and we have a mixed team event this time as well. So where will we see you?
Yeah. We don't know about mixed team because that can be decided literally up to an hour before the event. But yeah, I'll be competing as an individual and in the women's team of 3.
And obviously your archery career, as far as the Olympics is concerned, goes back to Athens. That was where Alison Williamson won a medal. So that was your first time. You go there now, the experienced archer. What's the hope, the ambition for you?
I've got a really good team with Sarah and Bryony, and our big ambition is to win a medal together. We won a bronze medal at the World Championships in 2019, and a couple of weeks after that we won gold at the European Games. So I have faith in our ability to compete when it really matters.
And what would it mean for you as an individual, and what would it mean for the sport in this country for archery to come back with some bling around your neck?
As an individual, it's hard to say beforehand. It'll be really cool. And as a as a sport for the country, I think it would be massive. I think it would definitely get more interest and more people taking up the sport, which would be awesome. And I think it would secure funding for more athletes to be able to compete and train.
Sarah Bettles, Bryony Pittman, Tom Hall and 18-year-old James Woodgate are all making their Olympic debuts. But Sarah and Bryony were part of the team that won bronze at the World Archery Championships in 2019. Tom is ranked number 1 in the UK. Patrick Huston is preparing for his second games and admits it's time for British archery to really show their mettle and win a medal.
To be going along to my second Olympics, it really feels quite strange and quite alien to be saying, I'm a two-time Olympian. But, it's a really nice verification of the standard that I have and the consistency and level that I'm able to perform at. I first won a British Championship back in 2011, so that's 10 years ago, and I've stayed at that level and pushed on the entire time. And frankly, our Olympic trials just gone past. It wasn't quite the same pressure as 2016. 2016, we qualified much later. I qualified just as an individual, and that was one day of, oh my word, this is so much pressure. And I love pressure. Without pressure, you wouldn't have diamonds. So I performed really well that day and qualified. This year, we qualified back in 2019 as a team, and then we had the highest standard of competition currently Britain has ever had. It was a ridiculously high standard, and it was 2 sessions, one in the morning, one in the afternoon for 5 days. So it was a really, really long, drawn-out competition and a really, really high standard of performance. I see that as much of an Olympic achievement, but probably an even harder achievement than qualifying for my first Olympics. So to be able to say I'm now a multi-Olympian, that's just a fantastic validation of what I believe I'm able to do. And in terms of success coming back from Tokyo, well, I'll be expecting to bring a bit of bling back with me because, well, we've got the highest standard. We're a team sport nowadays. And we've got the highest standard that GB's ever had by really quite a long margin. And we'd already been bringing back quite a lot of bling from different tournaments. We've got a silver medal in the mixed team, myself and Naomi at the European Games. We've got a gold medal on the women's side there as well. Both men and women qualified at the World Champs just before that, with the women taking bronze at that World Championships as well. And basically, we've just got higher standards than we've ever had before, ever experienced. And we're going to be taking them to Tokyo with a bit more time to dial ourselves in. And I expect we'll be coming back with a little heavier suitcase.
And is it too much to state that the archery needs to get that medal? 2004 and Alison Williamson was the last one. It's time, isn't it?
It's definitely time for archery to deliver. We've got fantastic growth in the sport. There's loads of people interested in it. There's loads of stuff on TVs and movies about that. So the time is definitely right for British archery to show what we can do. And as I've said, that skill and that standard is already there. It might be 2004 since we last had a medal. I think we'll be talking a slightly different conversation after Tokyo.
The 6 Olympic archers now join athletes from shooting, triathlon, sport climbing, canoeing, swimming, athletics and sailing, who have all been named by Team GB so far.
Archery's been part of the Paralympics since its inception, and Britain has won more medals than any other country. Paralympic gold medalists Jess Stretton and John Stubbs return and are joined by Nathan McQueen and Hazel Chaisty, making their Paralympics debut in Tokyo. And Michael caught up with Hazel after the announcement.
I'm very excited. I am probably a little bit too excited. You can see by the smile, I know it's not very good for radio, but my smile is like, it's going from ear to ear. But I know we have had the nod and I did win the spot, but it was never my spot until it was handed to me today. So I couldn't take that for granted. And I don't like taking that for granted because anything can happen. But now today, the weight is off my shoulders. The weight's finished now, and I can get on with it.
What was it about the sport of archery that attracted you then?
It was upper body. That's the pure and simple answer. I'd lost my leg in a motorbike, and with it I'd lost running and cycling, and I needed something else to do because just sitting at home all day feeling sorry for myself was leaving me in a huge depressive hole. So I went and had a go at archery, and I didn't like it. I hated it. It just seemed a bit weirdy-beardy to me. It just seemed a bit like old fellas drinking tea and eating biscuits on a Tuesday night. It wasn't. but that's how I felt at the time as, you know, a 30-something-year-old. That's how I felt. And it took me many years to get back into it. And when I did, that's when the bug hit. And that's when I you know, forged forward with it. And that's when I put myself forward to Archery GB and to see if I was good enough to train. And luckily I was. And look at me now, 7 years later.
Going to your first Paralympics. When you're in that zone, what's going through your mind? How does it make you feel?
You feel invincible, actually. You feel like, you know, you can win every medal you put up for. And there's only a small amount of medals and a lot of people going for them. So you can't win every single medal, and no, not everybody can win a medal, but you feel invincible at the moment. I feel invincible at the moment.
And there could be more British archers selected for the Paralympics, with the final qualifying tournament scheduled to take place in July and the games underway in August. This is Back on Track from Anything But Footy.
Sports Social Podcast Network.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.